Now we will go over the mid-range header connections and the front of the feeder house. To connect the header, you have your latch here, which is adjustable by these 3 bolts. And then once you get it hooked up, you might have to adjust it on the header as well. Make sure that you keep your electrical connections in here clean. Don't let any dirt or anything get in there, or else then you'll end up with bad connections and a whole bunch of issues with that. Another thing is the hydraulic connections. Make sure these are clean before you hook it up. And some of the times these little pieces will get pushed in and the O-ring will kind of pop out just a little bit. You can get an O-ring kit for that. To replace that little blue O-ring in there, you can push that down with a screwdriver, or you can pull this all the way out of here and put the new O-ring in there. But once again, make sure you're keeping those clean, no dirt in there before you hook it up and connect it, and you will not have issues. Faceplate angle, make sure we're keeping the faceplate angle correct for your header, for the different angles of harvest. That can be adjusted by these 4 bolts on each side over here and a few more bolts underneath here. You loosen those and you can move your front faceplate angle forward or backwards. Usually on corn heads we like to keep them at about 23 degrees. Sometimes later on in the year tip them back even further just to keep the grain going into the head. These 3 bolts here on the front of the faceplate are very crucial. Make sure you're checking these and keeping them tight, and then usually about 2 to 3 years down the road replacing these because they like to stretch. Also with the front of the faceplate, these poly stripper plates with the older style draper heads, they hit a metal plate, so you can remove them for like your 2162s or your FD75s. Remove them, but then they also need to be reinstalled for your corn heads because it acts as a stripper for the corn heads. And then your header shafts, make sure you're putting some lube, some sort of lube on there. Do not use do not do the anti-seize, because that will put little particles of metal in there and it will wear out your spline shafts. But they will install and remove a lot easier with some sort of lubrication on those shafts.